everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel Programs Made Simple. So in today's video we are going to study the program WAP to input two numbers and check whether they are twin prime or not using while loop. So firstly we should know what is a twin prime, and for that we should study prime. So a prime number is a number which is divisible by 1 and the number itself. So if we count the number of divisors, then we get the count 2. Okay, so a twin prime is a pair of two prime numbers which have the difference between them 2. For example, you can take numbers 19 and 17. These both are prime numbers and the difference between them is 2. Another example is 7 and 5. Okay, so we should study how to do a program now. So we can take any class name. For example, I've taken class name ABC. Then in void main, we are going to take two integers, integer A and integer B, just because we have to take two numbers as the question says. Okay, now integer I is equal to 1 and integer J is equal to 1. So over here you can see that we have initialized two integers just because we have to take while loop of both the integers separately. That's why we have initialized 2 over here. Then integer C1, which is counter 1, and C2, which is counter 2, and both are initialized as 0, as we have to count the number of divisors to check whether these numbers are prime or not. Okay, then first while loop, while I should be less than equal to A. That means the loop we are running, the number I should be less than the number A. Okay, then we are going to put a condition that if A modulus I is equal to 0, we are going to count that number in C1. Okay, why we have done this? This check if number A is divisible by any number running in the while loop I. So if it is 0, then we are going to count that number in C1. And as I've told you earlier that the counter should be 2 to get these numbers as a prime number. So we'll check that later. Okay, then we are going to update the value of I. Then running the second loop for number 2, that is integer B, we have taken another integer, that is J. So J should be less than equal to B over here. Okay, then we have put the condition if B modulus J is equal to 0, then we are going to count that number in C2, which means that if number B is divided by any number running in the second for loop J, so we are going to count that number if it is divisible and gives the remainder 0. Okay, then we are going to update the value of J also. Then we are going to check if the counter 1, that is for number A, and the counter 2, that is for number B, should be equal to 2. That's how we'll come to know if these numbers are a prime number or not. Okay, then another condition that if A minus B is equal to 2 or B minus A is equal to 2. So as I told you earlier that the numbers should have a difference between them 2. So for that we have put the condition if either A minus B should be 2 or B minus A should be 2, as we don't know which number is bigger. Okay, then if these four conditions, that is C1 is equal to 2 and C2 is equal to 2 and A minus B is equal to 2 or B minus A is equal to 2, then we are going to say that the number is a twin prime. Otherwise, if any one of the condition is not followed, then we are going to say that the number is not a twin prime.